see the good old anti-mage come out once again for the offlane Amar. We've talked about the bronze tiers. There's another bronze tier hero into the mix as well. What do you think about this in this particular game?
I don't know what the hell to think about this one. I'm excited for it, though. We got the Amar anti-mage offlane. We went from Slark to anti-mage. Maybe Amar forgot that he's not playing carry anymore, but either way, it doesn't really matter. TA2000 playing the hard carry role, and then we've got Amar playing the soft carry, I guess we'll call him in this particular game with the anti-mage. Very curious about his itemization. I did say I've never seen him build a Vanguard in my life, but he has it queued up this game. So
he's a myth buster.
He really is. He's pulling out all the stops this tour. Maybe he's been on Reddit and be like, wow, he can only play these heroes. He wants to make a new name for himself.
And also at the same time, from Secret, we've been hyping up this Magnus a lot. Trent was also saying broken hero. I think we both agree as well that this is literally one of the strongest heroes in the patch right now. But Armel is going to be bringing out that mid timber saw, and I'm also pretty excited for this one too, because it does give that tempo that that Secret probably needs a bit as well to open up the map for the Medusa and get this Magnus to tune in. And then you have these big, bulky, beefy Wagyu steaks just run around, and your Quest is going to have to respond to that.
I'm hearing that word being dropped a lot. Is it American Wagyu or Japanese Wagyu? Because there's a big difference.
I don't know the difference really, because I've only tasted one, and that's a European, so
that might be the equivalent of American Wagyu, which is basically just as cheap as any other beef, but then you got the nice stuff, the A5 Wagyu. That's what we're really looking for.
Probably the Japanese one, but we'll see. Like, you're given two different grading systems here. Let's see which one this is going to be. Is it Secret going to be the top tier with this one or not? The fun thing is, like, going back to those standings that they're in the group stages right now, Secret has a percentage chance to still make it to the major. And it starts off at beating Quest, who would then drop to 2 and 4. So it is there. It's literally there, but only if
you're saying this is a must-win series?
Must-win to avoid that direct elimination for Secret, but also it could be a ticket to the major. Same thing for Quest. 2 series still to be played. Could end up going 4 and 3 if they have their base scenario. 2 and 3 currently.
We'll just have to see if they can do it here.
Medusa. Oh, that is a lot of damage, but also got to take into account that HP pool. It's exactly the biggest, but Anti-Mage just really bursting through, and Techies, we've been talking about this Techie since the start of the patch, that this hero still has ridiculous good right click.
That one up. A lot of people may not have watched that series, but either way, it didn't work very well, much like it's not working here. And it's mainly just because if you get on top of this Clinks, you got no defensive capabilities whatsoever. You're pretty high armor on the Terror, not pretty high, you're ultra high armor on the TB, so you don't take a lot of damage from the right clicks of Clinks. He can just man up on you and get those kills, and that is not the start you wanted if you are Team Secret here, going against this Terrorblade. And to make things even better, is offlane Anti-Mage, is it working?
Is it?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Making solid work here with this Medusa kill. The lockdown and the monoburn working together in favor for Quest, who are currently 3 kills up on the board versus Secret, yet to score their first. They are a bit, you know, they're living in a bit of a subtle phase right now. Can't really respond at any lane. Gonna need more levels, basically on all of them, to have some kill potential.
I don't know if it would have mattered, but Puppy, like, preemptively canceled his charge, like, almost instantly when he did it, right before the Deuce died. He could have just landed into a blast off anyway, but a little strange to see it. He may have just like canceled that a little bit too early. As again, they're just going Crystallis. Does he even have a lane? I'm not so sure after this.
Holding onto a Lotus, but it's not really doing many favors to you right now. Puppy trying to salvage the situation. The bash comes out, not a secondary to follow up on the Techies.
We got another blink on Amar. Is he gonna go for this? That is the question.
They'd love to force out that. The Lotus is already used as well, so no extra regen for this Medusa. Just the wand.
This lane's looking pretty good so far, especially I thought Amar might potentially go into... Puppy might just be dead here.
I mean, he's the one who has to do a lot of heavy lifting in this lane. Just buy some time and space for Crystallis on this Medusa, but you don't either want to end up losing your Spirit Breaker. That's also not a good trade-off.
Yeah, Amar is playing this thing very... conservatively. I feel like he could go for these kills if he wants to, but he's valuing having lane equilibrium, which I respect that choice. I think it's a very smart one, because now he's just going to dominate the CS department. And then once he gets up to that Vanguard, he is going to be untouchable if he isn't already.
Pretty much.
But let's go to the positive ends here. Let's go to the positive sides for Secret, because it's definitely not bottom lane. It's going to be your mid lane. This Timbersaw is annihilating the Void Spirit in mid lane. He has the same denies as Noob has CS. It's not going very well for Noob here in this mid lane. Amar Timbersaw, he's going to have to make a lot happen, and damage, he barely gets out of that one.
Probably the one lane that is going well for Secret here has to come off of this Timbersaw. So Noob really struggling for the time being. Not getting a whole lot out of this lane. Trying to CS with Resonant Pulse is the only option that he has. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, Amar tag teaming up to take down Puppey.
And now it's jungle time for Dusa. Relegated to the jungle at level 3 here.
Yep, this lane is over.
Not what you're looking for, and you're given whatever anti-mage on the off lane. Anti-mage is a carry. This hero is still quite good if he gets free farm, and we know Amar, after seeing his Slark a couple times now, he is not afraid to bypass any aura item and go straight for the good stuff. So he might just transition into a carry anti-mage into the off lane.
Oh, double orb of Venom lined up. Pretty sure he's just going to end up buying one of them, but we'll see if he picks up both. Boom, however, in the top lane, getting bullied by TA2000 and Corey in the high five from the tower because Boom refuses to throw his hand in the air to help out TA2000. Instead, he will give his life away for it. Arms broken.
Armel's just sitting there in communication right now. Is like, what the hell is going on the side lane, guys? Both the side lanes are crumbling into dust at the moment. But luckily for him, he's doing well. But he needs to do a lot.
Yeah, it's like luckily for him, but at the same time, yeah, you're basically the one we're riding on right now. So Armel's gonna have to do a lot of work this game.
Noob getting level 6, clearing the wave here. To make things worse is if Noob can find some rotations. This Medusa and Mag are about one death away.
Takes away the Wisdom Rune and be looking for a kill off of this Undying. They're going to use the homage to also join in on the fun. Trying to get the kill for Boom here.
Right.
I'll take a couple more hits, but he's going to get the job done eventually. Meanwhile,
Kaori trying to escape to the wrong base
at the bottom lane. Medusa completely out of mana, but that's just the level 1 blink, 13.5 second cooldown. However, he could just be super annoying to this Medusa. It's like, I'm not your carry anti-mage. I'm the guy who's just here to make your life miserable.
And he TP'd right into Amar over there, just trying to get out of the way there. Yeah, I really like how Amar is playing this. He's just being in the face of the Medusa, pressuring. I think he should go back and get some farm for sure, because he is still an anti-mage at the end of the day. And I think going for items like the Manta style still make a ton of sense against the Medusa. Your objective this game is to burn the mana. I wouldn't even be sad if he goes for a Diffusal Blade build here too.
Oh, Puppey's in big trouble here in the river, looking for the turnaround with Armel. The big burst to take down Amar. Get themselves a 1-to-1 trade-off here. Noob taking one, Armel taking the other. Man, that CS difference is just obnoxious. 62 versus 28. As Kaori getting chased up by Armel. And exactly the guy that they needed to show up for these type of events. But Amar, he wants to help out Noob for the kill. They will get it. That's a big Mana Void into the Remnant, catching Armel off guard. And he can't Timber Chain to safety. Sequest, they're killing the one hero that had a good game.
And they couldn't really afford that either. This is the, as you just mentioned, this is kind of like their saving grace. They needed to rally behind this Timbersaw. Make sure Timber can apply some pressure in this game. But the moment he ends up dying, you're losing slowly but surely your ability to make any aggressive plays on the map. So now it's back to plan B, go farm. But you try. You're forced back to your base. How many TPs is that now for Crystallis? He has to keep buying these TP scrolls. 100 gold apiece. Just to TP back to his base. To run back to base. To TP back to base again.
Yeah, the net worth really tells that story. 2,800 right now behind the Magnus, behind the Void Spirit, who was getting crushed in the mid lane by this Timbersaw. So That is really a deep pit to be in right now. Puppey, he's almost getting blown up in the mid lane by Noob and Amar. And he is also forced to potentially run back to the fountain. I mean, the fountain seems like the place to be for Secret, but they really don't want to be there. You know, the kids that are just getting, you know, locked up at home, they're like, I want out of here. But you're grounded right now. And Quest is the mom telling you that.
That's rough. Those are bringing back some bad childhood memories.
Well, Secret's living it right now. They're not enjoying. They're not enjoying what's happening so far.
Definitely not. I say it's only a 2K, but it is a 2K gold lead, and you're playing versus one of your two hardest counters. I'd say Morphling's up there too, but Anti-Mage and Terrorblade are super good versus Medusa. And two of them on the opposite team playing against you, both free farming. It's a pretty bad scenario to be in here.
AM also about to surpass the Timbersaw in net worth.
Oh, he's going to Diffusal Blade too. I'm hyped for this. Yeah, Diffusal Blade into Manta. You don't need a Battle Fury. Come on, let's be real. Your job here is to burn Deuce's mana. Whatever you need to do that. Diffusal Manta, I think, will be the choice. Sounds good to me. And now they're going to try and shut down Amar.
One job. Oh, and the stack up against Armel in the mid lane is going to be 4 versus 1. Is this even fair? Quest doesn't give a damn. They're going to use every resource that they have for this kill. And Timbersaw taken out of play once again. And on to Puppey. Amar aggressively blinking in, trying to force Puppey's attention here. Who's this Puppey guy? Forcing that tier 1 tower to fall too.
This is a dismantling here from Quest. First, they disarm the side lanes, and then they put all their resources towards the mid lane, the armor of Armel. And now Secret fully exposed here in this game number 3. Down 3,000 gold. Can only really just hit creeps for now.
Puppey trying to look for an opening here, but it only clears out the creep wave. Armel can't really follow up on that. No tree to jump to either, so no Chakram. But they're going to pop Metamorph from the mid lane T2000. Want to make sure that this mid T1 is out of the way. Meanwhile, Secret trying to split push a top T1 tower, looking for the tower trade-off. Damn.
The Doom Boom.
Yeah, the English is Bork strikes again. Puppey is trying to charge away. Doesn't look like anyone's going to be interrupting him, but Crystallis is taken down as a solo kill.
Amar's
for Amar.
back, boys, with the aggressive tipping. I haven't seen this a while from Amar, but it looks like he's now in his element. Yeah,
he is feeling it right now. Man is in a good place.
I think this is one of the teams I do believe that Amar likes to beat the most. From that reference you gave earlier.
Oh yeah.
Being able to beat Secret definitely makes Amar smile.
It is a statement series for sure. Secret, what are their tools back into this game? I mean, Medusa's really... We can't really count on Medusa right now. It's going to be at least 15 to 20 minutes until we're going to see Medusa have an impact. But Boom Magnus, I still want to believe that this broken hero has a future.
Well, we'll have to see. But the real question is, like, is this Anti-Mage really that broken? Do you just see Dusa and you just first pick it, throw in the offlane, win the game? Is it really that simple? Why haven't people been doing this beforehand? Because Amar is making it look about that easy, as he now has his Diffusal Blade online. Get that extra mana burn, but more importantly, the slow on top of it, going straight into the Manta style. If you thought Dusa was having a rough game, it's about to get much more difficult as these items come online for Amar.
And Crystallis has been found once again. Here's the Diffusal slow, and Amar, he's just going to solo it himself. Kari and Amar, they're just spectators, you know. Coming to witness the monstrosities that Amar is inflicting upon Secret right now. Or witnessing greatness, that as well. Puppey going in for the charge, locating the Undying. Yamich is going to be here, but the damage isn't going to be sufficient. Maybe one kill they can get. Amar blasting off for nothing. Boom, going to get one. RP going on to the second, and Armel going to be following up, and Quest will lose 2 members of their team. And Amar, with the help of TA2000, and here comes Noob as well. They will look to mana burn Timbersaw. They look to kill off Boom, which they will get. And Puppey, I will sacrifice myself. Get the hell out of there. Armel, the defender gate. He's so close. He's so close to it. He wants out, but
get back here,
the
buddy.
door is slammed shut right in front of him as Quest, they will slam in between. Make sure he's knocked out, punch him down on the ground, and Quest just running them over.
And Amar, he's
on
not
to the
done.
next one. He's not done.
He might be done
3
now.
deaths on the Medusa.
Is he done? Oh yeah, he's not. He's
Number 4.
definitely not done. Is this Medusa? This is not how I'm used to seeing Medusa. I normally hit this guy 100 times. He doesn't die. He looks like paper mache right now.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
What can you do at this point if you are
What can you do is a very good question.
I really
here.
like. I've been working on the fact like I'm not just gonna call a game, but I'm going back on this though. This game is over. Like what the hell can you do if you're Seeker right now? Your heroes are terrible.
Okay, there's a Spirit Breaker 17% and a 17% win prob. Okay, there's not even 17% anymore. That just disappeared.
I mean, if you want to win this game, this Dusa had to be like, you have to take advantage of the fact that you have an offlane anti-mage, maybe not the best offlaner. You win your lane, you snowball, then everyone laughs, haha, anti-mage offlane. How did you think that would work? That's how this game had to go. But this anti-mage is a monster, and Medusa is like a support. This is support Medusa. So who's your carry? I guess it's Armel, but then you're...
Yeah, it's like Armel or Boom. Like these two basically are they're the sources of damage right now for Secret. But honestly, if Quest just stacks up as 5 or even 4 heroes, Secret don't have the numbers for it. It does not look like a good result. And again, Armel
Mana's
just getting burnt out. He's got nowhere to go. His Soul Ring's also on cooldown. Can't even pop bottle charges and slowly but surely dying. 6 seconds from Mana Boy. Just throwing high fives here. They're just having a bit of a laugh here. Armel, though.
Get the Lotuses.
Lotus is for Amar. It's not for him.
It's really not. Everything for Amar. Here you go. Take everything, my king.
You talked about Secret getting, was it dismantled? Well, I mean, Amar's mantle is holding for now.
At this point, they're getting dismembered.
One by one. It's not the prettiest games for Secret, especially when we're talking about the fact that this is technically another step towards going into the major. But right now, your major dreams, they look crushed. So how do you get that mentality to get back in this game? How do you find the farm? How do you delay this for long enough for your cores to have an impact? It is a slow bleeding death. Like, they're bleeding from so many places. There's nobody to put a band-aid. There's nobody to cauterize it. All of your limbs have been dismembered at this point to prevent from the worst, but you're very disarmed right now.
Best chance they had was Amar, but we saw what happened in that bottom lane. Crawling towards the fountain, trying to find that medic you're talking about, but couldn't even get that.
So now he's trying to turn it around, at least for a pick-off. Quest was extending a bit for a kill. It will provide into Armel's.
Meanwhile,
you know, his
Dusa
back's
has
getting a
to
bit of an
disengage.
afterstop. Yeah, it's like, Amar, get away from me.
So that's the thing. If you want to win this game, that's a route you can take. I'm not advocating to say this is 100% going to work, but you might as well try it, all right? Is try and kill the supports. Those are the only heroes you can kill right now. And at some point, you got to debate Amar, maybe TA2000 noob, these cores, right, into a situation where you can get them inside the middle of your base.
Boom, he would love to land on RP for some damage follow-up from Armel, but they're not even nearby each other's right now. So Boom has to disengage back into the safety of the high ground.
But this is what I love about Dota, especially over the years. We're living in a world where people are picking offlane anti-mage to counter Medusas, and it's working. It's more than working. It's beautiful right now. Is Boom, he's got a hard choice to make. Do I RP or do I TP? Luckily, it gets out of that one because Mana Void is on cooldown. Puppey soaked that one up a bit earlier there. And that Manta style, not super far away, so Mars just high-fiving towers for fun in the bot lane.
Yep. TA2000 just casually soloing a tier 2 tower in mid too. Too strong to fight against.
TA2000
he also
in
has
this
a
game
diffusal
too.
blade, by the way.
Like, TA2000 doesn't even need to be in this game at this point. After the laning stage.
He's just a filler, you know. He's been yelling to the coach, you know, put me in, coach, sub me in.
This game has all been the other four. I mean, Amar the superstar on this one, but his supports, Kaori's been in great positioning too with Omar, and of course, no OB.
No OB.
Getting in there and making things happen.
Big dreams on the quick buys for Secret, Octarine Core, Butterfly, and the Manta to finish off as well for the Medusa. Harpoon for the Magnus. Not too far off.
No,
they're going to
Amar?
try something in bottom, but the Tombstone already placed down by Kaori. They already have the superior vision, seeing that they're approaching.
We talked about for this Medusa, right? What partially makes this hero so OP is the fact that you can get these greater healing lotuses. But in a game like this, you're not getting out to that pond. You're not going to be able to pick those fresh lotuses for yourself, which means you're not going to have that ability to pop up all your mana pool and maybe surprise this anti-mage. You got a baby one, but this 125, it's not enough. You want to get to that 900 mana one, which will give you a full heal.
One thing you would love to do, talking about lotuses, after getting such a beatdown in a game like this, you'd love to change your profession to a herbalist. You know, bit of peace of mind.
There you go.
But even
All right,
those
comeback
lotuses are being picked
potential.
away.
Let's get back into that. We got an item online that potentially could be it. The Harpoon for the Magnus is available. Repositioning
One by one,
will
if they
be
go,
key.
yeah.
Into the base.
And not even getting to the Wisdom Rune. Spiritbreaker already losing half of his HP.
Under attack.
Mining the high ground. Here goes Boom. He's going to catch the Undying. That's the perfect target to start off because he has no defensive capabilities. That's one for Secret. But they'd love to get Amar, which they will also get as he's getting hit by the Nether Strike. But how close can they get? Because Puppey is in trouble. He is also dead. Amar getting chased by Boom. RL's going to be nearby, destroying the mines as well as they go. Puppey coming with the buyback. Omar's going to be falling. Just slowing them down with the reflection for the time being. So Quest not taking a full-on engagement here. Secret, they get a breather. A much-needed breather.
That? Okay. Whew.
Yeah, Puppey doesn't want to go all the way in there.
I remember some Spearbreaker from his one of the TIs where he just wouldn't cancel. He's a manly man, and I respect him for it, but that's a bit too manly. Does cancel it. He did have to buy back for that. I think his buyback did force Quest to go backwards.
Yep.
But now, in this upcoming fight, you are going to have the Manta style available for the anti-mage. You're going to have to find one of these initiations where you can finally kill these cores. They're waiting for it. They desperately need it. And they're not easy to find either. We saw the Harpoon play. That's where it all started. That fight didn't look too bad for Secret. They need a couple more of those. And that's where you mount the comeback, play behind the Dusa.
Yep. And this would be, honestly, I'm just going to say it, because I never stop believing in teams, and you never should in a game of Dota. If they're able to turn this game around on the side of Secret, this would be probably one of the biggest, most unlikeliest comebacks you're ever going to see in Dota, because it is so unlikely that probably a lot of people have lost faith. But the true Secret fans, at least out there, they're still going to root for their team. They hope that they're able to make that happen. But it is still miles away, like you said.
But it is possible. But then you look at TA2000's inventory, and you get a little discouraged. So don't click on enemy heroes. Just focus on yourself. Focus on what you can do as an individual.
I'm going to be
getting
clearing
philosophical in here.
Yeah, I mean, philosophy is something that you can always rely on. I'm not sure if it's really going to make too much, but at least you can think about wise words and how you can live with those. Quest, however,
I'm just looking at Boom over and over. This Blink Dagger, this Harpoon, they're getting close. These are going to be the items.
Let's see if the panel is going to come up with a philosophy for Magnus here.
I'll leave it up to them. I'm expecting it, as Yamich is going to be returning to where most skeletons come from. The graveyard.
Slowly but surely finishing him off, even though he has to go a bit of a roly-poly around the tree line. Get that Klink's kill. But that is right in front of your tier 3 tower, so at least the anti-mage is not harassing our Medusa. Crystallis 167 CS at the moment. Still needs more time. At less than 400 GPM is not gonna be good enough for now, but it's I mean, there's nothing else you can do, right? Just hope for the best. Keep hitting creeps. Hope that time is on your side. Time TM.
Time TM indeed. And no OB TM also in this game. Can I just call him no OB? Would I be technically incorrect?
Not stopping you. What does the OB stand for then?
I don't know. I don't.
It's a good question, isn't it?
There you go. You can't put me on spot and things like that. I gotta filter it first.
Maybe his name is a sentence. No! OBTM.
Maybe that's his name.
Could be. 12,000 lead still for Quest after dominating the laning stage and able to secure Void Spirit back into the game. Even though Armel was doing a fantastic Timbersaw performance in the early minutes, he was just overwhelmed by the numbers of Quest. Quest just looking for that ticket to the high ground right now. 7-21. Triple the kills.
Oh no,
Yamich
not
spotted
again!
Out, and Amar is on the
Yamich.
hunt for it yet again. We'll scout him out.
How often do you see an offlane anti-mage just control the whole game? Because that's pretty much what's happening. As Boom, Blink. Oh, he's gonna get caught here. No Blink Dagger available.
Yeah, trying to make a run for it, but the Remnant comes out from this Void Spirit. And his TP is cancelled. That's a pretty big kill as well for Quest, because that's one of the troublemakers, especially when playing around the map. It's still a 40-second respawn timer, so he's going to be up fairly soon. Quest won't get the ticket to the high ground with that kill. Creep waves are pushing out, and the supports are making sure of it. Yamich especially. Okay, Omar's already here.
This is the third time he's killing him.
This is...
Does he have a gem? Oh, Dust, it's going in the backpack. No. On cooldown for a little bit.
He's going to let it go. For weird reason, he has a bit of mercy, but at the same time, he's probably not just gonna aimlessly run around. Have a good word for that and finish. Juoksen 35 running around aimlessly with no point.
Yeah, Juoksen 5
The tower is about to be falling here as that TA Metamorph TB. Not even the tombstone dying here.
They should get the range barracks, I would imagine, here. Oh, the Crimson Guard. I didn't see that one on mine.
Breaks loose. TA2000 very low to dying here. Maybe will as well. The Chakram's going to finish him off.
That's meta, too.
That's meta and Aegis. But Boom, he has no blink right now, so he's going to have to rely with a Harpoon to get somebody on the move. Unfortunately, that's all Secret's going to be getting. They did get a tower at the same time from the other side of the map, where a Noob's going to be teleporting to fend off this Clinks. And he has a gem, but he will run to a different direction.
And Amar constantly swapping this dust in and out, realizing his hero, at the current point in time, can catch any hero that's split pushing on the side lanes, and he will kill all of them as long as Mana Void is available. The biggest issue he has right now is people teleporting away from him as Blink, Dust, and he got him. See you later. And we have a saying in America, too, for that one. That one's called the see you later, alligator.
That's a classic. Yeah, not much that they can do about it. Yamich, he's just pushing out the waves. It's going to cost his life, but on the positive side for Secret, I mean, this game looked like a 15-16 minute GG. They're not done yet. They're not over. They're not out of it. Medusa's been slowly climbing her way back into the game now. Has a piece of... Is that an actual butterfly ready? Yes, it is. So Manta Butterfly is up as it comes out of the courier. Still squishy as hell, but at least now you have a little bit of extra damage once you go for those Harpoon plays.
I was looking at Boom. Was he going to go for the Blink Dagger? He wanted a Nullifier on top of it. He settles for the Crimson. And this Crimson so far has saved his barracks. Wasn't super... I was surprised that he had. I was like, did Armel get one? But no. Speaking of Armel, though, he has been impressively staying ahead in the net worth.
Yep.
He's doing well. The only issue lies within... It's just the Magnus and Medusa. Mainly the Medusa. It's hard-countered Medusa. net worth not looking super hot as well. And of course, the supports. I was looking at Kaori. Does he go for the Hex again this game? He goes for an Aghanim Scepter. He's still 8 strength away from every single time, which is going to start chipping at the Timber Saw.
So where Armel wants to be right now, surrounded by enemies, and that's an unfortunate kill. And that's a very expensive kill too. Noob gets a lot of gold out of that, even if Noob already didn't have a great game being
Keep
built.
Keep an eye on Yamich here. Gem is online for Amar. He wants to eat the skeleton, man. Guess you can't really eat skeletons, can you? Unless you're a dog. That's bad for their teeth, though. He's hiding here, and he's going to TP out. Oh! That was close. Stick around for a couple more seconds there, and he would be in trouble.
Yep, the lift has also been used as Noob pushing his Solar Crest buff straight to that tier 3 tower with the illusions. Almost finishing it off, too. This Terrorblade, scary raid boss. 3,200 HP. He might have died last fight, but now with that Satanic, he's been buffed up significantly.
I enjoy watching Kaori play, actually. He always goes for, like, the most greedy item possible. Like, the big game-winning plays. He doesn't mess around with these small things like Glimmer Capes and Force Staffs. He's just like, you know what? I want a Aghanim Scepter. I want to Scythe the Vise.
Guys. Yeah.
I want a Blink Dagger now. That sounds pretty good here. This is exactly how I would love to play POS 5. And the thing is he's so he does it, and yet he's still on a team in Division 1, and he makes it work. I respect that a lot.
And it's surprising when you put it that way as well, because yeah, not a lot of players do decide to go for these big items, and they've been chilling out for Div 1 for a while, and then this sudden Kaori guy just shows up. You know, of course he's been here for a while, and of course the East European First Division last DPC year. This guy's he's found a pattern that works. He maybe has taken some lessons off of Puppy when he's been playing those POS 4s POS 5s that end up picking up a lot of farm, but those heroes naturally have it. So they're able to think about these big items, but he's just looking at the bigger picture, right? Omar is going to be the one getting those Force Staffs, the Solar Crest, especially in the current meta, really good for your POS 4.
Omar? He's playing anti-mage with a Manta style this game.
Well, he's playing Amar, yeah, but Omar.
Oh, Omar, the other Mar, yeah. A lot of Mars here. This could be a big
the
kill.
Guy getting caught is Noob, but that's a big kill for Secret. Armel. He might have given a lot of money for Noob last time, but this time it's going to be 1,100 plus the extras on top. And now he has the blink on Mag.
There we go. Sit in your base if your team's Secret. That's the way to go here. Get those kills. And as I mentioned, all these kills are going to be off the back of Magnus. I don't think there'll be a single one without Magnus being there. Both Clinks having this Orchid, it helps out a lot. And maybe later on in the game, Puppy with this Shadow Blade will be a big driving force to driving more kills too. But for now, it's going to be a little Magnus show, dropping RPs, harpooning, skewering people back into the base. It is what you got to do.
West right in front of the base. Blast off load up here from Omar. Going to be catching Boom. Boom's going to be burnt out on mana. Mines are exploding as well. Does get a bit of extra regen, but it's not going to be enough for him to survive. And he also does not have a buyback remaining right now. Kaori, yeah, try to kill this +5 support with that Aghanim's. Puppy is going to be dropping too. Crystallis forces them away from the high ground, but these illusions are being an issue for Armel too. Lost 2,200 mana that fight. And now they
Medusa
get themselves
has
an entry.
6 strength after being decayed once. So 2 decays will give Medusa 0 strength.
6 strength. That's not a lot to live with. Armel, he's getting punished here for his deep dive here in Secret. They're going to lose a secondary member of their team. Puppy also with that buyback. If he drops, he's not returning. And Yamich, he's not too much of a threat as they're just going to jump straight at him. Clinks, he's going to be deleted. And Quest, voice line spam into taking a lane, or not only just one lane, every lane of racks pretty much here. Top melee racks only surviving, but they put their sights toward it for the mega creeps. And Secret, 3-man smoke. It looks like the last fight that they're going to be given as well. Noob jumps right in the middle of all of them, forces them away. Boom, he has RP, but they're going to have to connect every last bit perfectly if it's just these 3.
And already Crystallis having to deal with the reflection from Terrorblade, dealing with the Aghanim Scepter from the Anti-Mage. They can just poke at this Medusa from range here. It's been a brilliant performance from Quest to put together this draft and actually watch it come together. Because in theory, you look at it, it's like, yeah, Anti-Mage versus Medusa, that's great. Terrorblade versus Medusa, we got some great cores against it. But in practice, making these heroes actually work, and Samar, he's going to get Ogre smashed while trying to TP out. Whoopsie. Yes, then that's exactly why Omar is getting the double ha-has. But he's stuck down here. He's going to have to run to the gate here instead of being there immediately. And that's their gym. So, Yamich, he might just be running into the wrong neighborhood here, as I think they're trying to set up for a kill on Terrorblade. But who will be surprising who?
Poppy going for the charge on the Kari, trying to get the surprise element first, and Techi's going to take some hits, but Yamich just deleted, and Poppy's going to follow suit. That was their attempt. It was an attempt.
Was indeed. I am very impressed with Armel, though, so far, because he does a lot of damage. He has good items. He has the Octarine, Kaya Sange, and the Shiva's Guard. There is a probability, or a chance, that he could, theoretically, low chance still, they are against Mega Creeps, kill this Anti-Mage almost instantly. When he gets level 25 and gets that second Chakram online. But they are playing against Mega Creeps, they are playing versus Aegis. Potentially the game may just end here, but then again, you have Magnus, and you still have a fountain. You can't destroy the enemy's fountain, so maybe they can use that to their advantage here.
Maybe that Aegis is just going to do the trick to settle the score with Secret.
Oh, Yamich.
And that's a great way to start it too. He's got a buyback though. And how much good will it do? Omar getting ready for the blast off. Cast canceling the whole time, just waiting for somebody to show. And there we go, the play from Boom, but he's gonna get caught instantly. RP comes out just on a TV illusion, and there goes your Magnus. And then we'll just have to fight this 4 versus 5, but they're running out of manpower. They got some firepower at least to take down the Techies. Malamar just fighting at the back line. He's the one holding that Aegis right now. They've already finished off the Medusa, and there goes your Timber, and there go your chances to go to the major. But Quest, they came for a conquest, and they conquered Secret.
Yeah, they did for sure. And Amar Anti-Mage here, this was